Indian companies to be listed in foreign stock markets, approval granted with certain conditions, access to global capital will increase. It will be easy to convert CO2 into carbon monoxide. IIT Bombay invented the technology. Industrial sector will benefit. India created indigenous therapy for cancer treatment. CDSCO approved. Patients above 15 years of age will be treated. New species of epiphytic plant discovered. This species found in Arunachal Pradesh, named as Lysionotus namchumi. And report released on global food insecurity. 18 hunger hotspots identified. Situation may worsen in future. Recently, a number of research studies have discussed the effects of air pollution on economic development. According to research, air pollution is having a negative impact on India's GDP growth and per capita income level. Many types of economic activities are being affected by this. It is noteworthy that the Economic and Policy Research Department of RBI released its report on Currency and Finance 2022-23. According to the report, labor hours are being lost due to climate change. This loss could put India's GDP at risk by about 4.5% by 2030. Another research paper was published by the World Bank in June 2023. Under this, the impacts of air pollution on health, productivity, labor supply, and other outcomes are studied. These impacts can be observed in the year-on-year change in GDP. Additionally, according to a 2021 study, Indian businesses lose approximately $95 billion annually due to climate change. This is about 3% of India's GDP. Also, air pollution from fossil fuels, burning gas, coal and oil is increasing. It causes 3 times as many deaths as road traffic accidents worldwide. The service sector contributes more than 50% to India's GDP. According to the study titled "The Effect of Pollution on Worker Productivity," a decline in productivity has also been observed in indoor jobs such as call centers due to air pollution. It is noteworthy that air pollution is a serious problem in India. More than 20 of the world's 30 cities with the worst air pollution are in India. According to the Lancet, Delhi has been listed as the city with the highest level of per capita economic loss due to pollution. Recently, the government permitted certain Indian companies to directly list on select foreign stock exchanges. Now, certain classes of domestic public companies can be listed on prescribed foreign stock exchanges, including GIFT, IFSC Ahmedabad. This step of the government will increase companies' access to global capital. Also, this will help in increasing their capital inflow of these companies. It is noteworthy that in this regard, the powers given under subsection 2 of section 1 of the Companies Amendment Act 2020 have been exercised by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Under this, section 5 of the Act has been implemented. Section 5 also allows the government to exempt such listing from certain procedural requirements such as prospectus, share capital, beneficial ownership requirements, failure to distribute dividend, etc. Let us inform you that currently domestic listed companies use depository receipts such as American Depository Receipt or Global Depository Receipt to get listed in the overseas market. But now with the new provision, it will become easier for domestic companies to tap foreign markets to raise funds. It will offer them better valuation and exposure to trade in foreign currency such as dollar. Also, this will provide another avenue for startups and unicorn companies to raise funds. Apart from this, this decision will also increase India's foreign exchange reserves. Recently, FSSAI, that is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, has released a report related to food safety. According to the report, 19 out of 20 large states have registered a decline in their scores as compared to 2019. In the 2023 index, a new parameter, improvement in SFSI rank, has been added. After combining this new parameter, 15 out of 20 states recorded lower 2023 scores compared to 2019. The most significant decline was seen in Maharashtra. Maharashtra has scored 45 points in 2023 compared to 74 points in 2019. At the same time, Bihar scored 20.5 points in 2023 compared to 46 points in 2019. Similarly, Gujarat has fallen from 73 points in 2019 to 48.5 in 2023. According to the report, over the 5 years, the worst drop in food testing infrastructure parameter, where the average score of large states dropped to 7 points out of 17 in 2023 and 13 points out of 20 in 2019. Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand have recorded the lowest scores for the compliance parameter. Let us tell you that this index is based on 6 different parameters. This includes improving food testing infrastructure, compliance, consumer empowerment, human resources and institutional data, training and capacity building, and FSSAI. The total score of 100 marks is determined on these parameters. Out of these, each state is given points based on its performance. It has been 4 years since FSSAI published the state-wise index to spur food safety. Even after this, a worrying decline in the scores of the states has been seen in 2023. As such, this report highlights the need for urgent measures to address food safety standards. Recently, many countries gathered on one platform to address important issues related to AI, that is, artificial intelligence. This AI Safety Summit 2023 was held at Bletchley Park in the United Kingdom. The Bletchley Declaration was issued by the member countries at the conference. It emphasizes on the use of AI in various areas of daily routine like housing, employment, transportation, education, health, etc. 27 countries including Australia, America, Italy, Japan, Singapore, Spain, Switzerland, European Union and India participated in this conference. It is noteworthy that the main objective of Bletchley Declaration is to promote scientific cooperation in the field of artificial intelligence and to develop a comprehensive and collaborative understanding of the risks and responsibilities associated with frontier AI. The manifesto seeks to bring together leading AI companies, academic experts, and civil society representatives to improve safeguards in the field of AI. Let us tell you that at present, India is presiding over GPAI, that is, Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence. GPAI aims to promote the responsible development of AI in the fields of human rights, innovation, and economic development. It was formed by 15 countries of the world in the year 2020. At present, GPAI has more than 27 country members. This includes countries like India, Australia, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Israel, United Kingdom, United States, etc. Recently, IAT Bombay has developed the technology to convert carbon dioxide into carbon monoxide. Under this, carbon dioxide can be converted into carbon monoxide with the help of electrocatalyst in the presence of water. According to experts, this technology can prove to be very beneficial for the steel industry. This process requires minimal energy. In this, electrocatalysis process will be used by keeping the ambient temperature between 25 to 40 degrees Celsius in the presence of water. Renewable energy sources will be used in electrocatalysis process. Energy will be provided through solar panels or windmills, ensuring a carbon-neutral operating scenario for simplistic conversion of carbon dioxide. Let us inform you that at present carbon monoxide is generated by partial oxidation of coke or coal. Significant carbon dioxide is produced as an end product of this process. Currently, the carbon dioxide conversion process generally occurs at 400 to 750 degrees Celsius. To make it more energy-intensive process, an equivalent amount of hydrogen is required. Due to this process is considered complex and expensive. Let us tell you that syngas is widely used in the industrial sector. Syngas is a fuel gas mixture that consists of hydrogen and carbon monoxide as primary components. Recently, scientists published research related to the height of children. According to this, environmental factors play a greater role than genetic variants in determining the height of children. This situation is more prevalent in low and middle income countries. It is noteworthy that this study has been done by Hyderabad-based Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology in collaboration with other institutions. According to the researchers, the study found a strong association between the SOCS3, that is, suppressor of cytokine signaling 3 gene and height in children from low and middle income countries. In this, the effect of methylation in suppressor of cytokine signaling 3 has been seen on the height of children. However, this relationship was also found in high-income countries, but here its effect was very less. At the same time, India has also not remained untouched by this impact. According to the research, about 12,000 genetic variants were associated with height in Indians. But its impact in India was significantly lower compared to its European and American counterparts. It is noteworthy that the height of children is strongly influenced by certain genetic factors. Besides, other factors including epigenetic factors like lifestyle, nutrition, and environment also play an important role in determining the height of children. Let us inform you that epigenetic factors are factors that affect gene regulation and alter gene expression, but not the DNA sequence. According to the study, epigenetic processes such as DNA methylation and histone modifications can influence gene expression. Methylation is a chemical modification of DNA molecules used by cells to regulate gene expression. It can be influenced by environmental factors such as diet, drugs, stress, chemicals, exposure to toxins. On the other hand, there are histone proteins which condense DNA into chromosomes. These protein modifications affect various processes in the cell. This includes inactivation, DNA damage, DNA repair, etc. Recently, CDSCO, that is Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, has granted market authorization for CAR-19. It is currently approved for the treatment of patients aged 15 years and older. After this, the way has been cleared for commercial use of CAR-19 in the country. Its cost is estimated to be between Rs 30 to 40 lakh, but the ultimate goal is to reduce the cost to Rs 10 to 20 lakh. It is noteworthy that CAR-9 is India's first indigenously developed CAR-T cell therapy. It has been developed by ImmunoAct, a company founded by IAT Bombay. Let us tell you that CAR-9 is designed to target cancer cells carrying CD19 protein. CAR-T therapy modifies T cells to turn them into powerful cancer fighters. T cells are a type of white blood cell. These detect diseases and infections and fight them. Their primary function is cytotoxic, which means killing other cells. The modified cells are reintroduced into the patient's body, where they target and destroy cancer cells. It is especially used in blood cancers like leukemia and lymphomas. This therapy offers unique benefits, including significantly lower drug-related toxicities. Notably, while chemotherapy and immunotherapy temporarily extend the lives of cancer patients, CAR-T therapy is designed to cure and provide lifelong benefits to the patients. This therapy is for patients with B-cell lymphomas who didn't respond to standard treatments like chemotherapy. Recently, a new species of epiphytic plant has been discovered by scientists of the Botanical Survey of India. It has been named Lysionotus namchumi. Scientists have related it to the Lysionotus genus. This plant has been found in Pakke Kesang district of the northeastern state of Arunachal Pradesh. The discovered species bears thick leaves and attractive purple flowers. It is noteworthy that this species has been named in honor of the late Chau Phunkyu Nomchun, a well-known social reformer of Khapti community of Arunachal Pradesh. Nomchun was a well-known nature lover. He had made significant contributions in the field of education and health in his community. Let us inform you that this new species has been provisionally kept in the category of critically endangered in the red list of IUCN, that is International Union for Conservation of Nature. Whereas if we talk about Lysionotus genus, its native range mainly extends from the Himalayas to Japan and Indochina. Its species include epiphytic, lithophytic, or terrestrial evergreen, erect, or climbing shrubs. Epiphytic plants are also known as air plants. According to scientists, epiphytic plants are mostly found in tropical and subtropical forests. It is noteworthy that even before this, another variety of plant, Trobilanthes surhangi, was discovered in the state. This plant grows in moist evergreen forest at an elevation of 1,200 to 1,800 meters. It is a terrestrial shrub that grows to a height of about 2 meters. It bears beautiful white flowers. Recently, scientists have detected the presence of avian flu for the first time in the Antarctic region. This discovery has been made by scientists of British Antarctic Survey, that is BAS. The HPAI, or highly pathogenic avian influenza virus, has been detected in the brown skua population on Bird Island in South Georgia. The discovery has raised concerns about potential impacts on remote populations of penguins and seals. It is noteworthy that the report on potentially symptomatic birds and unexplained mortality has confirmed the presence of HPAI. According to researchers, this virus originated from South America. The HPAI mostly affects birds. Mainly H5 and H7 strains of HPAI virus show their effect. These strains are highly pathogenic. These were mainly found in domestic poultry. These strains can also cause rapid declines in breeding populations of vulnerable wildlife living in affected areas. Let us tell you that the outbreak of this virus was first recorded in 2022. The virus spread rapidly in South America between 2022 and 2023. Peru and Chile were also affected by this virus. According to researchers, the gulls and skuas bird groups are most threatened avian group. Also, South America and the Antarctic Peninsula, including the Falkland Islands, are at highest risk. The British Antarctic Survey is working in collaboration with GSSI, that is South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands, to protect the region's ecosystem. Recently, the Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur has conducted a new study which has raised concerns about the surface temperature in India. According to this, the surface temperature in India is expected to increase by 1.1 degrees to 5.1 degrees Celsius by the year 2100. The study was conducted in association with the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology in Pune. Let us inform you that recently a study whose title was Enhanced Surface Temperature over India during 1980 to 2020 and Future Projections was published in Nature Journal. It investigated surface temperatures using satellite data for the period 1980 to 2020. It also assessed the impact of geophysical drivers on temperature change using the casual discovery. According to the study, surface temperature is increasing over India during pre-monsoon and post-monsoon seasons. This is affecting the northwest, northeast and north-central regions of the country. However, the actual rise in surface temperature over the Indian region has been significantly lower than the global average. Under moderate emissions scenarios, the average surface temperature is projected to rise by 1.2 degrees to 2 degrees Celsius by 2100. At the same time, under the high emissions scenarios, temperature could rise by 3.5 degrees to 5.1 degrees Celsius. But according to experts, such a possibility is minimal in a high emissions scenario. The reason behind this is that a lot of measures are being taken to reduce emissions. Despite this, if emissions are not reduced, the temperature is expected to reach 3 degrees Celsius. Recently, a report titled Hunger Hotspots Related to Global Food Insecurity has been released. It has been prepared after a study by WFP, that is World Food Programme, and FAO, that is Food and Agriculture Organization. In this, 18 out of 22 countries have been identified as hunger hotspots. These include countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, Sudan, Afghanistan and Pakistan. The report predicts that food insecurity levels in these areas will become worse than before. It is noteworthy that many factors of food insecurity have been mentioned in this report. In this, factors like dry climatic conditions, abnormal economic conditions, high food prices and weather events are held responsible for food insecurity. Also, seasonal events like heavy rains, tropical storms, cyclones, floods, etc. have been considered to cause food insecurity. Let us tell you that this Hunger Hotspots report throws light on the worrying situation of food insecurity at the global level. The report that publishes it, that is Food and Agriculture Organization, is a special agency of the United Nations. Through this, efforts are made to deal with food insecurity at the global level. Its affiliated organizations are the World Food Programme and the International Fund for Agricultural Development. Recently, the Ministry of Defence has taken a big decision related to women personnel in the armed forces. The ministry has made provision for a number of leaves to women soldiers, sailors and air warriors in the armed forces at par with women officers. Under the new rules, grant of leave will be equally applicable to all women in the military in cases like maternity, childcare and child adoption. However, the benefit of the new proposal will be available only to those women military personnel who will be inducted among the 25% Agniveers after completing 4-year tenure. This is because, as per the terms of the Agnipath scheme, no employee recruited is permitted to marry until they have completed their 4-year tenure. Let us tell you that so far there are no women air warrior in the Indian Air Force or sailors in the Navy. Both armies have started inducting women into their ranks after the government introduced the Agnipath military recruitment scheme last year. At the same time, the army had started inducting women in just one arm, that is, the Corps of Military Police from the year 2019. It is noteworthy that women officers in all three services are currently eligible for 180 days of maternity leave with a provision for extension of a month leave without pay in exceptional cases and 30 days leave in case of miscarriage or abortion. At the same time, if women officers adopt a child below 1 year of age, they are eligible for 180 days of leave, whereas women officers of permanent commission are eligible for 360 days of child care leave. Let us inform you that Maternity Benefit Amendment Act 2017 is applicable for women in India. Under this, there is a provision of 26 weeks of paid maternity leave for women. Let us now look at the 5 questions based on the bulletin. Questions for this series are: first question is, consider the following statements in the context of Companies Amendment Act 2020. 1. It amends the Companies Act 2018. 2. Under this, the central government can allow Indian companies to be listed in foreign stock exchanges. 3. Under this, there is a provision for special exemption for citizens on investing in foreign companies. How many of the above statements are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none. Next question is, consider the following statements with reference to electrocatalysis process. 1. Under this, carbon monoxide is converted into carbon dioxide. 2. This technology is mainly used in steel industry. 3. It requires minimum energy. 4. Presence of water is very important in it. How many of the above statements are incorrect? Only 1, only 2, all 4, or none. Next question is, consider the following statements with reference to CAR-19. 1. It is a gene editing technique. 2. It can be used in the treatment of cancer. 3. At present, it has been approved for the treatment of patients above 15 years of age. How many of the above statements are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none. Next question is, consider the following statements with reference to Lysionotus namchumi. 1. It is an epiphytic plant species. 2. This plant is found only in Assam in India. 3. Apart from India, this species is found in China and Bhutan. 4. This species has been categorized as endangered in the IUCN Red List. How many of the above statements are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 4, or none. Last question is, consider the following statements with reference to avian flu. 1. The cause of this disease is HPAI virus. 2. The gulls and skuas bird group are at high risk of this disease. 3. This flu originated in South America. How many of the above statements are incorrect? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none. At the end, let us have a look at few more events of the last week in other news. Recently, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has launched a major initiative. The ministry has started Jal Diwali Women for Women, Water for Women campaign under its flagship scheme Atal Mission for Regeneration and Urban Transformation. National Urban Livelihood Mission is a partner in this campaign. Odisha Urban Academy supported the campaign as a knowledge partner. Its goal was to develop a sense of ownership and belonging among women towards water infrastructure. Recently, the 6th session of the India-Ethiopia Joint Trade Committee was held in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. In the meeting, both sides agreed to expeditiously address all issues hindering bilateral trade and facilitate trade promotion between the two countries. India also offered to collaborate on the unified payment interface of India with ETH-Switch of Ethiopia. India also discussed settlement of trade transactions in local currency. Let us tell you that Ethiopia is one of the fastest growing economies in the African region. Besides, India is also the second largest exporter to Ethiopia. Recently, the small asteroid visited by NASA's Lucy spacecraft has become a matter of great surprise. Actually, it was thought to be a single asteroid, but it turned out to be a binary system of 2 asteroids, and one of those space rocks in a pair itself is in itself a contact binary. This means that the asteroid is not 2 but a total of 3 different space rocks. Let us tell you that contact binary refers to 2 small separate objects that are touching each other. It is noteworthy that the Lucy mission was designed to survey the Jupiter-Trojan asteroids. The Trojans are a group of asteroids that travel on Jupiter's orbit in 2 swarms. One swarm leads the gas giant in its orbit, while the other follows the planet. Recently, a 3,000-year-old geoglyph has been discovered in Medchal, Malkajgiri district of Telangana. It is carved out of a granite hill and spans 7.5 meters in diameter. It has a perfect circular shape. It has a 30 centimeter wide rim around it, and within the circle are two triangles. Experts say the geoglyph dates to the Iron Age, specifically around 1000 BC. Also within a 1 kilometer radius of the geoglyph's location, 3 prehistoric rock shelters were discovered, decorated with depictions of bulls, deer, porcupines, and human figures wearing masks. According to the discoverers, these artworks date to the Mesolithic and Megalithic period. Recently, World Ayurveda Day was organized on 10th November. Earlier on October 10th, 2023, a global public campaign, Ayurveda for One Health, was launched by the Union Ministry of Ayush from Delhi. While the campaign concluded on 10th November in Panchkula, Haryana. The nodal agency of this event is CCRAS, that is Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences. Its main objective is to make Ayurveda a part of the lifestyle of common people globally and to spread the holistic idea of human, animal, plant, and environmental welfare to the common people through Ayurveda. Let us tell you that every year on the day of Dhanvantri Jayanti, Ayurveda Day is organized by the Ministry of Ayush. In 2023, it was the 8th Ayurveda Day. To prevent the rising pollution of Delhi, the Delhi government has decided to induce artificial rain. Experts from IIT Kanpur will assist Delhi government in this work. Cloud seeding technology will be used for artificial rain. For this, the Delhi government has proposed a scheme in the Supreme Court. Before Delhi, it was also used in other parts of the country, including Maharashtra. Let us tell you that cloud seeding is the process of spraying dry ice or generally silver iodide aerosol in the upper part of the clouds so that the rain can be induced by stimulating the process of precipitation. In this process, small particles of aerosol are spread along the flow of clouds using aircraft. These small particles absorb moisture from the air, and due to condensation, their mass increases. Due to this, the water drops become heavy and it rains. According to a recently released report by the World Intellectual Property Organization, there has been a 31.6% increase in patent filings by resident applicants in India. This rise is the highest compared to any other country. In terms of granting patents, India is among the top 20 countries and is behind only China in terms of growth. The waiting period between approval or rejection of a patent application in India is approximately 51 months. Only Mexico is ahead of India in this matter, whereas in China it takes only 16.5 months. In such a situation, the report has recommended to improve its patent rules in India. The World Health Organization or WHO recently released the Global TB Report 2023. According to the report, India has made great progress in TB detection. India has improved treatment coverage to 80% of the estimated TB cases, an increase of 19% over the previous year. India's efforts have resulted in a 16% decline in TB incidence in 2022 compared to 2015, according to the report. This is almost twice the pace of decline in global TB incidence. According to WHO, India has achieved this success due to its efforts like Nikshay Poshan Yojana, Pradhan Mantri TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, National TB Elimination Program. UGC has announced new rules for setting up and operating campuses by foreign universities in India. As per the rules, foreign universities can collaborate to set up campuses in India, provided they individually meet the eligibility criteria. Also, foreign universities setting up campuses will have to take prior permission from UGC before starting new courses. Apart from this, only those universities which have secured a position in the top 500 in the global ranking will be able to establish campuses in India. Foreign universities can establish more than one campus in India, but for this they will have to make separate applications. The UGC stated that campuses of foreign universities in India will have the autonomy to recruit faculty and staff as per their own recruitment norms. But foreign university campuses in India cannot offer online courses or distance learning. Innovation for Defense Excellence under the Department of Defense Production, Ministry of Defense and US Department of Defense organized the first Indus X Investors Meet in New Delhi. During this period, Indus X educational series or Gurukul was also launched. The Gurukul initiative aims to help startups to navigate the defense ecosystem of the US and India. The event was coordinated by US-India Strategic Partnership Forum, Indus Tech, Mac33.Aero or Social Alpha. Let us inform you that the India-US Defense Acceleration Ecosystem or Indus X was launched during the visit of the Indian Prime Minister to the US in June 2023. It aims to expand strategic technology partnerships and defense industrial cooperation between the governments, businesses, and academic institutions of the two countries.